Hey y'all, welcome to Living Real Life Outdoors, from turkey tails and trout trails to tall tines and tail waters, an outdoor audio magazine podcast where we focus on hunting and fly fishing, hunting and fishing stories, sponsor ads, product reviews, fly tying, fly casting, archery, firearms, hunting and fishing interviews, and much more. We are men and women that love the outdoors. We are stewards of the land and conservationists of the wildlife we pursue. We are living real life outdoors. And this is your host, Legends of the Outdoors, Board of Directors, Donnie Conway.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. We've got John Faber from Migra Ammunition. And you live where? Nashville?
Nashville, Tennessee, yes sir.
John, you're part owner, you said, right?
Yes sir, I'm one of the foreigners of Migra.
Okay, why don't you tell us a little bit how the Migra Ammunition got, where they started and how far you've come already.
Migra started about 7-8 years ago, and I was actually introduced to my partner Drew, and Drew had been making this shells kind of, on his own, and was also doing some guiding in Oklahoma, and actually ended up taking one of my good friends and his son on a hunt, and he had used the shells and said, you should take these to market, and he said he wanted to, and my friend gave Drew his number, and Drew and I started working together and talking about what he had, and and we just kind of built it and we launched it then. And then once we launched it, we really hit the ground running. I mean, it's...
Now what different kinds of ammo you got? I know you got turkey, I've seen.
Yes sir.
Sandy shooting turkey.
So we started out with waterfowl. One of the things that we did and kind of talked about early on is we wanted to make sure we had the process down. The shells were as really good as we thought they were. Then, the factories could make them, we could box them, we could ship them. And once we started doing that, and once we knew we could get the sell through the stores, then we kept growing the line. And then once we had everything kind of down pat, the best we could, we moved into a new category. So the first new category that we really moved into was turkey. And we've been doing that for a few years, and that's gone well. And then 2 years ago, we got into the lead line. Started out with a dove load. It's a 7.5-9 dove load. And that's just blown up for us. And we grew that load this year into also having a pheasant load.
And that's what we're using.
And that's what we're using here.
For 11s.
And that's just gone amazing.
From what I've seen, from the turkey loads to the pheasant loads, I've been pretty impressed.
It's fun to watch.
That's why I want to try your turkey loads.
Turkey loads are fun. We're actually coming out with a new hybrid turkey load this year that we're really excited about. Something Drew and I have kind of been, talking about for several years, kicking the idea around, and so we're bringing that out this year, and it's going to be exciting.
Now where's the company originally? North Carolina?
Company's headquarters is based out of Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina. Okay. And so how did you get hooked up with the guys that you're partnered up with?
Well, I was introduced. One of my good friends hunted with Drew.
Okay.
And I had been in the outdoor industry previous, working with another company.
Yeah,
and so my friend said, you should call John Faber. He can help you get into, get this thing launched and introduce you to stores and do some things. And so I think immediately as soon as I got back, Drew called me, and I think I've gotten a text or a phone call from Drew every day since then. And it's fun. It's great. I mean, we got some great guys.
We saw Migra Ammunition at the sporting goods store when we got our license.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now was that pheasant or waterfowl?
That was pheasant
Oh,
loads.
was it?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Okay. Because I had asked one of the younger guys, he said we get a few.
And we just started with that with them this year. It was
The pheasant load?
well, the pheasant load and the store chain.
Okay, okay.
That was their first year to offer Migra.
So now, being here at Prairie Legends, are you guys enjoying this and with the legends of the outdoors?
Oh yes, sir. This has been fun. It's a great group of guys to hang out with, and just the fellowship that everybody has, the laughs, and you know.
I know Sandy's, we kind of helped bring him into this, but when Gary, we did a conference call with Terrell, the outfitter, to set this up. He wanted to bring in Sandy and some more people for this. And I'm glad he brought you guys, because I'm really impressed with your ammunition.
Well, thank you. I truly appreciate your support.
And I've been really particular over the years about shotgun ammunition. Of course, I'm particular about my rifle. You know, I mean, I used Winchester for years, and then TV shows with Nashville, their Urban Hunt TV. Mm-hmm. They were sponsored by Spectre Shop, which was a decent.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, I went to Bryce Hensley's and his TSS stuff. But I've been watching his turkey stuff, and I'm anxious to try that out.
Our stack loads are special. I mean, you know, there's a lot of companies that are trying to copy us, and because they've seen the momentum that we've had, and they've seen, and you know, Drew has done a really good job when he kind of built these loads and the technology that we're putting into it. You know, there's some things that you can copy, but you can't fully, because, you know, we put a patent on it. And I say we, Drew actually, you know, put a patent around the technology. And so you can come close to what we're doing, but you can't duplicate it. And you know, stack loads are, if it's done right, if it's done right, it's a devastating load.
It is.
And
you know, and I didn't ever think about even trying a stack load.
yeah.
And then my buddy that has Indian Creek choke tubes, and then Bryce, they talked me into trying.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, we're old enough that, you know, there was some companies that did duplex loads. Mm-hmm. You know, and if you have a blended load or a duplex load where you just dump the two pellets in there together, it doesn't work. You know, you can't control the shot stream, and it just doesn't work, and that's why those companies have walked away from it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's companies that are trying to do that, and it really doesn't work. You know, you got to stack it, and you got to do it right. And when you do it right, it just hits different.
Now, you guys use a buffer in yours too?
No, sir.
You know?
We straight payload.
Do you?
You know, there's other companies that have buffers and, you know, flaxseed, and we're just straight payload.
And I assume you got the name Migra from the migration of the waterfowl.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
where
sir.
I assumed it came from. Well, guys, we're going to take a short break here, and we're going to get Sandy on next here and let him talk a little bit. Are you good with that?
Yes, sir. I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate the time
Good to meet
and
you.
the support. It's great. And I look forward to hunting with you this afternoon.
Hey guys, welcome to Living Real Life Outdoors, and I am your host, Donnie Conway, and I'm shooting little personal commercial in between my regular podcast shows of products that I really like and would endorse and would encourage you to use as well. Now, so if you're listening by audio,
if you want to jump over to my YouTube channel, it's called Living Real Life Outdoors. My main channel is Backwoods Media Production, which this will continue to be a Backwoods Media Production. But until I get my own sponsors to do in between commercials, in between segments, I'll be doing my own personal commercials for products that I use and products that I like and would endorse. New products that I, like I'm about ready to show you, that I am really impressed with. Anyway, we just got back. This is my deer hunting and turkey hunting farm here, as you can see in the background. Back up there on the ridge up there is where I actually deer hunt. Up there on that ridge is where I actually deer hunt. And I want to come here to the top of the field. I didn't want to get back down in there and disturb any of my deer back there, because I've got 3 or 4 really decent bucks back there. The farmer, when he was cutting all these open areas, we're just right over at this pond, he jumped 6 really nice bucks, and so I don't want to get in here and disturb them. But this is where I turkey hunt and deer hunt, and I do all of it right up there on that ridge. I don't know if you can see it in there, but anyway, we just got back from South Dakota pheasant hunting. We were going to stop and duck hunt, but it was too warm temperature. It's going to be warm this weekend, 70 degrees. That's just ridiculous for deer season here in Missouri. But we were going to hunt in northwest Missouri, duck hunt, and the ducks weren't there. They're not flying because of the weather. It's too warm. So anyway, we got to do our pheasant hunt up in South Dakota, and Migra Ammunition was one of the sponsors up there, and the TV show sponsors for Legends of the Outdoors, and I sat on the board of directors, if you can see it here. Anyway, they came out with their pheasant load this year, and of course they started out with waterfowl, and then they got their turkey load, and they started out their pheasant load, and that's what we were shooting, guys. And these are double stacked high brass long range pheasant loads by Migra, and these are 4s and 6s in a 12 gauge. I grabbed an empty box just so I could do this. I was shooting a 22, a 20 as well, 20 gauge as well, and I believe they're 4s and 6s as well, and the 3-inch. These are 2 3/4. But man, let me tell you, I shot one bird. He probably flew another 100 yards and did what they call a death dive into a milo field, and they went and got him after they finished up the hunt. And of course, my buddy Gary says, "Hey, that's a great shot, Donnie." And that was, I mean, he didn't look like I even hit him. And all of a sudden, he just does that death dive. And then I shot a couple other birds that did the, they went another 7,500 yards and did the death spiral. But there was a lot of birds killed. This ammunition, I've seen guys shooting them out there 50, 60 yards and just popping them good. This stuff is really awesome, and I was really impressed. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that's pheasant hunting. Migra Ammunition, and it's their pheasant long range load, guys. I don't know if we can get a close up here where you can see this. And guys, if you're listening on a audio podcast, please go to my YouTube channel podcast, Living Real Life Outdoors, and take a peek at this stuff. This is the 12 gauge, getting 1,350 feet a second, and it's the long range 2 3/4 inch, and the 12 gauge. And let me tell you, man, it's putting them down a long ways out. And it says higher kill ratios. And if you can see the triple or the double stack on the back of the box. The store where we stopped at and got our license, they even had Migra on their shelves. They had the waterfowl and the pheasant. I think they had the pheasant, and they were bringing in the waterfowl. But so Migra is really starting to gain some ground here, guys. Check them out. I was impressed. They sponsor the Legends of the Outdoors TV show. Gary's been shooting the Migra waterfowl loads, and they sponsor the show now, and we were I was impressed. Let's put it that way. Something I would endorse, something I'd recommend you buy if you waterfowl hunt or pheasant hunt. These even could be used for squirrels and rabbit as well, small game. Anyway, guys, check them out, and stay tuned for the next commercial.
Where are we going?
All right, guys, we're back with Sandy Brady.
Yeah, good morning, Donnie.
Migra Ammunition.
How are you, brother?
Hey, I want to ask you, how did you get involved with Migra?
Great story and great question. So, a couple of years ago, it was actually my birthday, and one of my buddies showed up at
Speaking
my
of birthday, yesterday was your birthday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 58 years young, brother. I feel like I'm 25, but my buddy Byron Ellington brought me 2 boxes of Migra ammunition for my birthday, and I'd heard about them, but I'd never shot them. And we went into my swamp that morning, and I shot 8 times, killed 6 ducks. 6 was the limit. And I was like, whoa, this is powerful. And, I was sold on that Migra, right then and there. And it just ended up that one of my buddies down in Charleston, South Carolina, was friends with all the Migra guys. And he introduced me to them, and we became friends, and then I started promoting them, and that promotion led into what's called a, quote, special ambassador. I'm tied in with a lot of different outdoor companies, outdoor relationships through the conservation world, and I just started helping promote Migra because it's an incredible shotgun shell with incredible ammunition. And there you have it.
Now, I've been impressed, like I said, with we're here at Prairie Legends.
Yes, sir. Winter, South Dakota, man. Great organization.
You've been here. Did you grow up here?
No, I didn't. My wife is from South Dakota, but way back, we're talking in the mid-'80s, I was involved in a television show with Tom Miranda. We were based out of Chamberlain, South Dakota. And that's where I actually met Gary Mason in the early 90s on Main Street of Chamberlain, South Dakota, walking down there. But I actually started as a pheasant and waterfowl guide here for Forester Ranches, and then went on to work with Tom, co-hosting, cameraman. We were jack of all trades. We did it all. It wasn't one of those things where you hosted the show and everybody else did the work. You had to know it all, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun times back in those good old days.
Now, being a guide,
yes,
and Gary was a guide too, the Legends of the Outdoors. What has been your story so far on Prairie Legends?
I have absolutely nothing but good things to say. Prairie Legends I think this is their second year. Taking in the fact that it's their second year, I must say that I am really impressed. Their hospitality is on point. The habitat that we saw yesterday with our hunt is on point. And that bus, man, I will have to tell you, for hunting around the world and everything else, never have I been on a school bus with theater seats and a big flat screen TV, and it was cold, windy, rainy, and snowy yesterday, and you jumped on that thing. They had sandwiches and snacks and waters for you. And they're just doing what it takes to get you to come back and sign up again for the next year. So Prairie Legends, I can tell you right now, will be a household name in the pheasant hunting world in years to come if they continue to treat their hunters the way that they have treated us.
Well, they sure have got Gary's attention, and guys, you know, I sit on the board of directors for Legends of the Outdoors, so I also represent Legends of the Outdoors, and I wanted to wear the new Migra hat I've got.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm impressed with the ammunition. But it's been fun having you. I finally met you in August.
Yeah, met in August at the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame, and you know, what a great event that is, and what an honor to see all of the true legends of the outdoors from every aspect, from the fishing industry, the hunting industry, the conservation industry. If it's outdoors, those folks are there, and for a lot of your younger folks that are actually sitting there saying, you know, what is this? Well, you know, these are the people that we looked up to as kids that molded the outdoor world. You know, the Johnny Morrises, the Bill Georges,
Jimmy Houston.
Yeah, the Jimmy Houston,
Yeah, we got
Roland
Jimmy
Martins.
Houston here with us.
Yeah, Jimmy's here with us, and
He's having a good old time.
I'm gonna tell you something, old Jimmy. He may say by age he's 82 years old.
He don't.
Oh my gosh, the guy! I could listen to him all day long, laughing and telling the wonderful stories. You talk about a guy that loves the Lord and loves life.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's Jimmy Houston.
So now, how'd you get the nickname Pocket Cross?
So actually, I had my identity stolen. Can you believe that? Somebody would want to steal my identity a couple of years ago. So it went Sandy Brady. Since they stole that on my social media, I created another one. I make the little traveling pocket crosses in some ministry that I have and pass them out. So it's just Sandy Brady Pocket Cross. It's only on social media. I've never had anybody out in public say, "Hey, Pocket Cross," you know? But that's what that is.
But when I first saw you at the Legends, that's what hit me first. I was like, "You're Sandy Brady, the Pocket Cross." But hey, man, it's been a pleasure.
Donnie, great being here, buddy. Great being here. Can't wait to shoot some birds this afternoon.
Yeah, we're gonna have breakfast, and then we're going to
Pete's Taxidermy in Burke, South
Have you ever
Dakota.
been there before?
I haven't, and I've heard about it, but they say that it's worth the drive over there to look at all of Pete's stuff, and it's a big display of his taxidermy work. And you know, for all those that are listening, from what I understand, he sends stuff out to Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, all of those different things that are all over the. Hey, real quick, we got our guy. Come here. This is Terrell. What's your last name?
Ball.
Terrell Ball. This is the owner right here of Prairie Legends. We were just talking about you. Good thing you weren't here.
There you go.
No, these guys have done an incredible job. Your second year in operation,
Yes.
correct?
Yep.
Second year, and like I said, in the pheasant hunting world, you're going to find them as a household name. They're doing everything right. For those that are looking to book a trip in the future right here, definitely need to look up Terrell and
Thank you.
Prairie Legends and come out here. You will not be disappointed.
And you're getting ready to serve breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to Pete's.
Yep.
But guys, we're going to cut this out of here, and because I'm going to do Terrell and his little boys.
All right.
Later on, when we get a quiet time.
Yep, and we're also going to do a little outdoor channel piece with Terrell today too.
So I wanted to run out here with Sandy this morning and John and do it when it was quiet.
Thank you again, Donnie, for having me on.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.